So notice it put the name of the site here, and just another WordPress site. That's your tagline, which I'll show you how to change in a minute. And it has a photo here that you can change. You can put a picture of a guitar or someone teaching guitar or anything you want, a large picture, and you can make it fit in here and make the top of the site look cool. And it's got some basic things in it. So it's a very basic website, but it's everything that you need to get started. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to click here on this login URL. And you want to bookmark these after you set it up so that you can get back to them quickly. But this here is going to take me to my dashboard for the site that I just set up. So I'm going to put in my username, my new password, and I'm going to click login. And here we are at the admin control interface for your website. So this is actually where you control and configure everything that has to do with your site. You don't have to do any kind of coding or anything like that. You get this nice, lovely graphical interface that's it's really easy to use. So you have, I'll just do a quick tour of that. You get these areas down here that are each menus that open up different levels of functionality. Right, so down here you have settings that let you change some of the settings for your site, which we'll get to in just a second. You have a section here for appearance. You know, one of the cool things about WordPress is that if you don't like the way the theme looks, you can download a bunch of free themes. It just comes with this one by default. But you can download any number of free themes, and some of those are better than others. But you can also purchase and then download and install really easily some third-party themes that are actually very nice. And you can make your site, you know, you can totally redesign your site in a matter of minutes just by loading a new theme. It's really cool. Let's see what else we have here. Pages. So you can set up new pages for your site. It comes with a default sample page, but you're going to want to set up like an about page and a contact page and a page with your lesson policies, maybe, you know, things like that. So you just click add new, and you can just create the page, give it a title, put in the text here that you want to use. You can insert a picture, you can insert a video, you can insert an audio file, you can add other kinds of media, and you just create the page and then publish it. It's actually really cool. If you want to start blogging on here, you know, and actually create articles that people can leave comments on and things like that, you just add a new post. There's a sample post on here right now, but I'll just edit this one so you can kind of see. It's very similar to a page. Yeah, you just put things in here and people can add comments to it and things like that. So it's a really cool way to get interaction. So themes I mentioned, that's how you do posts and pages. Another cool thing about WordPress is that it lets you do widgets, right? So say you want to put a little box on the side of your website, which I actually recommend, that will allow you to have a sign-up form for your opt-in email list. Well, you go to Appearance, and then you click on the Widgets tab, and it's got all of these various little widgets that you can add to the side, right? So let's let me just throw a couple of them on here. So let's do RSS. You just click and drag, right? Just drag it over to the main sidebar like that, and then you can enter in the information and hit save. We don't have a lot on the site yet, so it'll be a little bit hard to demonstrate this, but here's a search box. We'll just put that on there, close it, and a calendar. All right, and then we'll close it. So if we go back to the main page by clicking on this link here, you'll see that now we have a search box and we have a calendar right there on the sidebar, and you can pick which side you want it to go on and all that stuff. So that's actually really cool. So the widgets are awesome. They help you add little functionality, little bits of coolness to your site very easily. And then the last thing I want to mention about this interface here before we finish configuring the site is that it lets you do something awesome called plugins. Okay, so this is just a basic site. Obviously, it's got a few things in it here, but say you want to add something that lets you add your Twitter account to your website, and you don't want to have to type in, website coding and things like that to get that working. So you go to plugins, add new, and then you enter Twitter in the search box and click search plugins. And what it'll do is it'll bring up a list of all of these available free plugins for your website that interact with Twitter in some fashion. So, you probably want to look through these and make sure that it's going to do what you want. But just for our example purposes, I'm going to do this first one here that's just called Twitter. And it allows you to display tweets on your sidebar. Okay, so you click install now, and okay, and really quickly it's just going to download it and install it. Boom, it's already done. Successfully installed the plugin. So then if you want to use this plugin, you have to activate it. So click activate plugin, and then it tells you plugin activated, which is perfect. So then the only remaining piece you have to do is you go into settings, and you want to configure that plugin. And it looks like there's no place to do that here. That's okay. I'm not familiar with that particular plugin, but generally it'll add an entry to the settings right here where you can, set up your Twitter account and do different things. But it's really easy to use. That's the point that I'm trying to make. So plugins, there are thousands and thousands of plugins out there available for WordPress that'll let you do almost anything you want to do on your website. So that's a huge benefit. You don't have to program anything. I just love it. It's awesome. So, okay, so let's wrap this up. So all we have to do now to get this website usable is just change a couple things, right? So we're going to go into settings in general here, and you'll notice that it's got our site title, which we specified when we set it up, Omaha Guitar Lessons, and then you want to change the tagline. So we're going to take that out, and I'm going to put in awesome guitar lessons in the Omaha area. You can put in any tagline you want for your business. You can change your email address. You can do some different things like that. And one of the things you want to do is change the time zone to your local time. So I'm going to go up to, since I'm in Colorado Springs, I'm going to do Denver, which is right there. Okay, so that'll make sure that everything I put on there will be in Denver time. And then you click Save Changes. Okay, so it's actually really cool. There's not very much to it. Now you have your own website. Once again, we'll come over here and check it out. See, there's our new tagline right there, Omaha Guitar Lessons. And like I mentioned before, you can change this picture, or you can change the entire theme. And all you got to do now is create a couple of pages. Right, so you want to set up a page that talks about your lesson policies. You want to set up an about page. You want to set up a contact page so that people can get a hold of you. And you can take this default post that it put here. You can delete that and then start putting the content you want on the website. So that's basically all there is to it. The next steps after that, see, it's done. Your site's done in less than 30 minutes at this point. But if you want to choose another theme, you can do that. I'll put a link in this post to a site called woothemes.com, and they actually sell amazing WordPress themes. You could get them for usually $100 or less, and that's a lot cheaper and a lot easier than paying someone to completely redesign a website for you. I'll put a link to that. If you want to just keep this default theme here and you're looking for a good picture to put here to replace this particular one here with the willow tree there in the snow, then you should check out istockphoto.com. I'll put a link to that as well, but for a small amount of money, like $5 or $10 or something, you can actually purchase a really good stock photograph that relates to your teaching business and install it right here. And then your website will look really good. So the next step would be to start adding content, like I said, and then you've got your site. You're up and running. So this is what it's all about. You want to basically set up a place where you can collect marketing leads and provide information about your teaching business and attract new students. And a website is a key to helping you do that. So go ahead and click and sign up for a Bluehost account today and get WordPress installed, get your domain name chosen, and get it up and running. And you'll see a lot of success with that. So until next time, keep on teaching.